It's that time again as Iron Country brings you the Fishing Hole. Keep up to date with the latest products and learn fishing tactics from some of the best anglers across North America.
Let's give him a warm welcome this morning to the Fishing Hole. 2014 National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame inductee Dale Stroschein. And this week's guest, we are going to introduce to you Larry Smith from Larry Smith Outdoors. We bring you another fantastic guest this week. It's legendary Al Linder on the Fishing Hole. And
my pleasure to be here, Jerry. Looking forward to it.
Here's your host, Hurricane Jerry.
Good morning, Hurricane Jerry with you as we talk fishing in the State Line area every Saturday morning at 7:20 a.m. here on Iron Country 101.9 and 1490. You can also stream anywhere at ironcountry.fm or even download the free TuneIn Radio app, and you can listen from your mobile device. The Fishing Hole this morning brought to you by Harbor Recreation, Southern Wisconsin's boating headquarters in Lake Koshkonong. You can check them out at harborrec.com. And always, they've got a lot of good deals on the new 2019 Crestliners and also the Manitou pontoon boats, too, that Harbor carries. Well, it is finally we've kicked off opening day here in the state of Wisconsin. And we are going to talk a little fishing, a little bit. I'd say it's about a 2.5-hour drive from this area. And we've got Brian Clairmont from BAC Guide Service out of Marinette, Wisconsin, on the line with us this morning. And Brian, welcome again to the Fishing Hole. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, pretty good. How are you, Barry?
I'm doing good. And, I got to tell you, a few weeks ago, I really enjoyed my visit at Marinette, and you guys kind of directed us to a new technique, and I tell you what, I appreciate that, and we were pretty successful with it, and I tell you what, I like that Menominee River. That's a good body of water, and it's a beautiful area up there.
This is why I live here, Jerry, and it was awesome fishing with you again. It's nice to learn new things.
It is.
I know you've been looking for that 30-incher, so
yes.
I figured I'd show you this.
One of these,
get it this year, next year.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to score that 30-inch walleye. I know it's coming, but you just got to put your time in. And but anyways, you guys just recently had a tragedy up there. Let's talk a little bit about what happened. And I think it's always nice, to talk with guides about safety, and that's one thing when hiring a guide. I think it's very important. You guys know the river, you know your body of water, and we had a little mishap in here a few days back. You want to talk a little bit about what happened and how we can avoid a situation like this?
Well, we had a tragedy here yesterday. We had a small 14-foot boat up past the train bridge. And I'm not exactly sure what happened, if the anchor got stuck or they had motor failure. But they dipped down a little bit, and the current is so fast, Jerry, it filled that boat, flipped it over, and tossed you guys in the drink.
Right.
One guy ended up grabbing his seat cushion, and they picked him up, and the other guy, they're looking for him hard right now. I really believe that up in that fast current, you shouldn't be up there. If you have to go up there, wear your life jacket.
Right.
If they had life jackets on, you wouldn't have lost them, buddy. It is a tragedy. Yeah,
that's sad. I do believe it was a 58-year-old adult male that drowned. I think he was the uncle of the nephew, or I think the nephew made it out. He was in his 20s, something like that. But that's one thing. Safety first, and in that area up there. Brian, I know I've learned a few things when you do fish the Menominee. When it comes to you're a captain, is you got to have the proper equipment, the proper personal flotation devices in the boat.
Yes, exactly. And just because somebody else is up there doesn't mean that it's safe.
Right.
Monkey see, monkey do stuff. I may be up in there, but I have experience with it, so right. I know exactly what I'm doing. But even at this time, I won't go up there unless I absolutely have to. And there's enough fish to be caught down here, Jerry. We're doing 20 to 30 fish out here a day right now.
Right. Oh, yeah. One thing, too, Brian, when I was up there a few weeks back, we had that snowstorm up there. And, boy, I tell you what, I didn't realize that the water is much higher than it was a year ago this time. I didn't realize the Menominee is, that water was flying out of that dam, and I could not believe the current. And I can see how that could suck somebody under within seconds. So,
yeah, I've lived here since the early 90s, Jerry, and I've never seen the water this high since I've lived here.
Is that right? Oh, that I did not.
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Water levels are down for a real long time, but they come up slowly. And now this year, with all the snow that we've had and the rain,
right,
this river is flying. They had 7 gates open the other day. I mean, it is cooking.
Well, that's one thing too. When those, when the water is open, those gates are open. The water's coming up. The walleyes are coming in, and then we're in the post spawn right now. And let's talk a little bit, Brian, about the post spawn. Some tactics, how you've been getting them. You can get them probably several different ways, I'm assuming. They're so hungry right now, Jerry, after the spawn, you can catch them just about anyway. You just got to know where they're piling up. Right. And that's water temperature and current. Of course, I love my lure lipstick. I introduced you to that. Yeah, the lure lipstick. Yeah, that's right. You've endorsed them, and you gave me a sample. I got to get a hold of the Rock River Bait Box, and I got to tell them about that. It'd be kind of nice if they carried that in stock. Well, and there's a little rumor now that Lure Lipstick's going to be a sponsor of Larry Smith out there coming up here, too. Oh, is that right? Lure Lipstick is, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, okay. Sir. Okay, hey, good deal. Well, I got Larry up there, too. Matter of fact, I got to get a hold of Larry here in the next week or two. We're gonna talk fishing, too, here. It's been a while since I've had him on the show, but... yeah, what else can the Menominee River, you guys get several different types of species. I know in March, too, you guide actually for even brown trout. Yeah, that's the first thing we start with every year, Jerry, the browns. I slide my 12-foot boat across the ice and get in there because I know they're there. Yeah, I believe they dump their eggs as soon as the water hits 34, so that you only got a couple-week period to get those. But I always like to get a bunch of a smoker, and they're a blast. You seen the show I did with Larry on browns this spring? Absolutely, I did. And phenomenal eating if you do it the right way. Yes, sir. Yeah, do it the right way. But we just started picking up a few bass here. Right now, I've been trolling long lining for walleyes. But meanwhile, doing that, we picked up a couple of bass, and I even caught a nice 40-inch muskie the other day also. Oh, okay. All right. So the muskies and the bass are on their way. I did see that. Yeah. You guys can come out here and jig these walleyes up right now with plastic, and dumping grubs, numbing tails, walleye whackers. Right. Lemmer, him. Oh, yeah. Half ounce, 5/8 ounce, big, a little heavier because of the current, but they've been picking a lot of fish up that way, too. Yeah, that's one thing, too, Brian, we can mention, too. There are muskies in the Menominee River. And I know for a fact you've got a big one on your wall, but just recently I see you're out guiding and you got a muskie. Yep, 40-incher for one of the year, so they're starting to slide in too. They'll be spawning here pretty soon, and as soon as it opens up here, just the only place that's open, the muskie fishermen in the river are pretty tight. Right. Yeah. What's the deal? You can fish for smallmouth, but I know up in that area on inland lakes you can't, and Menominee you can, right? The first Saturday in May, okay, go to 5, and then bass season opens up, but it's catch and release only until June. Oh, that's right. 15th or the 23rd or something. I'm not sure. Okay, it is. Okay, yeah, that's right. It is catch and release. That's right. I forgot about that. And you really don't want to keep them bass anyway. If you want to eat something, eat walleyes or perch. But inch for inch, pound for pound, them bass, they're a lot of fun. And when they're on the beds, it's a blast. Exactly, yeah. That's I took that to heart last year. Your other show, inch for inch, pound for pound, smallmouth bass. They're a blast to catch. They are. They fight. Could you imagine? Okay, the muskie I got on my wall. Right. If that muskie fought like a smallmouth. Oh, you'd have to have a 100-pound line to get them in. Yeah, I know. I know it. I know. Yeah. What else, once we get, say, early June, are there a lot of walleyes, Brian, still in that river, or a lot of them moved out in the bay? A lot of the bigger fish moved back out in the bay. There is walleyes that they live in the river. They stay there, the resident fish. Right. But then we have a constant inflow of fish that come in and out. The size limit will drop. If
in the shallows, if you catch a fish over 22 inches, you're kind of lucky. But a lot of them fish, 15, 16, 17, 18 inch, ones you want to take home and eat.
Right.
And there's pretty much all year round. If I work long enough, we can get you a limit of walleyes out here.
Awesome. That's a good deal. And I'm trying to think, above the dam, you also guide, right?
Oh, yeah, all the way up.
All the way up. And then what are some of the towns, kind of, I don't have a map on me. Is it Pembine or no?
Yeah, it's hard to say what up there. Because the Menominee River is really wild. Okay. So it runs up towards Wallace, up north, like the Peshtigo runs south and the Menominee runs north.
Okay, all right.
Like the scenery down here isn't that great. You've been down here before, but you get upriver, it's really nice. The bass fishing is fantastic. There's walleyes up there. It's really pretty up there.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about up in that area. Well, it's an old shipping town, but yeah, above the dam, the scenery is unbelievable, and yeah, it's. I mean, you can catch anything. Yeah, can you? Are there muskies above the dam also?
If you go way up, there's some sections, but it's quite a ways up. I wish they would plant them on a lower section, but they never have.
But you can catch all the smallmouth and all the walleyes you want. What about panfish, crappies, bluegills, perch?
Yeah, crappies up there. There's a few perch, bluegills. We got all the panfish up there.
Yeah, one thing, Brian, I last year you did a show with Larry Smith, and you were up in the UP, up in there catching little, I think it was a brook trout.
Brookies.
Yes. Now, is that something you actually guide for? Do you do those types of trips, or is that just a kind of a one-time deal you did with Larry?
I got a few guys that I take up there, but that's kind of my private.
That's your little private. That's your little. That's your little playtime, more or less.
And it's so serene up there. I never see any garbage or anything, so that's why I want to keep it. So I want everybody to know where I'm fishing.
Yeah, right. It's a good way to get away from the crowds and stuff like that. I don't know. Now, pole spawn right now. Going back to that, nighttime can be really good too. You do guide trips at night too, also, right?
Yeah, I pretty much will flip the night trips here pretty soon because it's just less hectic and it's quieter, and people seem to enjoy, being out there in the dark and fish are biting good. Yeah,
that's right. I was talking to you a few weeks ago. You said you're kind of a split shifter type fisherman. Or you fish maybe 10 o'clock till 6 o'clock, or what times can you do early morning guide trips?
Yeah, sometimes I bump it where I end up doing doubles. I'll be out all night, and then I gotta, switch some batteries around and maybe get an hour or two of sleep and back at it again.
Man,
but you gotta do it when you can.
You're diehard, BC. You're diehard.
Well, I think a little bit of Larry Smith rubbed off on me. He can go.
Yeah,
he can go forever. Sleep.
I don't know where Larry gets his energy. Him and Lance are. Oh my gosh. Larry is just...
Lance goes to bed by 8 o'clock every night.
Really?
So he's in bed.
How's he going to get a girlfriend doing that?
That's probably what his problem is.
Yeah, that's right. Lightning Lance, he definitely needs a girl. Jeez. No, that was great.
If he hears this, I'm in the doghouse.
Yeah, I think I am too. Yep. Oh, yeah. No, that's one thing, too, that anybody knows Brian, and Brian, your hospitality when it comes, you meet Brian. If anybody wants to book a trip with Brian, I think you've got a friend for life. That's no doubt about it. You take care of your clients. You clean their fish, and while you're cleaning fish, you just never know. And Brian might... crack open a nice adult beverage along with you, and maybe have a fish fry too in that garage. So,
yep. Usually that comes the second time you book a trip with me.
I got you there. So book
that way they come back for a third time.
Yeah, yeah. Book more than one trip. I guarantee you're going to get one of them fish fries, and it's one of the. It's good. Don't listen to Shotgun. I don't. We can't listen to him.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Well, I tell you what, I appreciate